So what I normally like to do first, sort of gathering the ingredients for my story. I like to think of it as a mood board, because once I sort of collect all of my different ingredients, then they already start to cook and percolate. My imagination will just already start to come up with things that they're going to do. Because really, we're animators. In our head, we often think in moving pictures. So we have to start off with a still picture to give our brain something to play with. So for our character, let's see. I would love some ideas about a character for us to use. So not something, Spider-Man, I mean, nothing that exists already. So a character can be anything, from an object to an animal to a person to food.
We have several ideas here. Ideas from Miss Hunley's class: a detective, a fennec fox, a frog, a duck, or a goose.
With a skateboard and I'm out. Wow.
Yeah.
Kind of detective. Well, we already drawn. I feel like someone knew about the fox and the frog. We had a fox and the frog in the last group. Duck or goose, a skateboard, and a mohawk. With curly hair and big round glasses. A dog. Another vote for it. Well, I think we had a dog and a. Oh yeah, there was a dog in the first one. Ooh, a skeleton. What kind of intrigue? We haven't had like a human. Oh, a shark. I'm a pescophobic. I have a fish phobia. So of course I'm like, oh, that one then. A lot of times I either follow curiosity or intimidation. I'm like, oh, that'd be hard. I'm like, oh man, now we gotta do that. The grumpy businesswoman. The grumpy businesswoman could have the big hair and the glasses. Okay, we got some humans. I feel like we haven't had a human and a detective. Maybe this woman is the detective. See, now I'm like clumping together. Robot astronaut. Okay, I'm like, what about a woman with big hair and glasses who's also an astro detective?
Sounds like your next big hit.
You have to think of Dave Roman's Astronaut Academy. Yeah, I like the idea of this sort of like space detective woman, because also I'm like, what on earth would that be? I'm instantly confused yet intrigued. Okay. Also, I have this image in my head. I'm just gonna draw. I'll draw that in the comic, but I have a funny image. So I'm gonna draw her with her helmet off, but I think it's gonna be a funny reveal when her helmet's on, and then she takes it off and it's just like huge hair. Okay, so I'm gonna draw her. I'm gonna draw her. Let's see. I'll just draw her. I drew. Let's see. She's got big hair. Oh, this is like Bob Ross level hair. And big glasses. Oh, she's got some big hair. And she legs. Yeah, she's got some big hair. And okay, I'm gonna draw her holding her helmet, because I feel like the helmet like holds the hair. Because I envision when she takes it off, it's like. Okay, so I'm gonna give her. I guess she needs like a sort of a space suit. I guess I'm drawing her on a moon or something. Okay, so I'm gonna draw her. She's like wearing her outfit. She's gonna have her helmet. And Okay, give her some zipper. I don't know. Bling. There's like buttons and stuff. I'm sort of okay, I'm gonna run out of room for her legs. Let's give her some. Got some boots, which she's on. Let's see. Well, I guess I can't draw her in a moon because she doesn't have her helmet on, so that wouldn't go well. But, well, whatever. We're using our imagination. Okay, so she's in space and she's a detective. Trying to think if there's a visual cue. Another visual cue. I'm going to give her a little... I'm sort of forcing this in there, a little magnifying glass. Okay, so we have the basis of a astro detective. An afro detective. That's funny. Okay, now we need a couple other ingredients to finish this sort of mood board. We need to figure out what she wants, you know, and of course she needs a name. And if there's another character that she's going to be interacting with in this. Sometimes you have more than one character. We'll just do like one character. So I feel like she obviously wants to solve mysteries. That seems like her core drive. A lot of times friendship is something that they're looking for. So there's some mystery that she's trying to solve. And oh no, an alien eating her brains. Oh, space dog. Ooh, space dog would be fun. Like, we didn't get to do that. No, so maybe come on there. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna do space dogs. I feel like she should have like a sidekick. Or we didn't want an alien for the sidekick. Alien or space dog? I feel like space dog is funnier. So I'm gonna draw like space dog like just floating out in space, like he was just like off doing shenanigans. So he's gonna be like upside down. Oh wait, no, maybe he's like chasing the space phone. I don't know. Okay, I'm getting a little silly. So I'm gonna draw. He's got a little helmet on. He's like upside down. Looks kind of like a cat. We've got like tongue sticking out. Okay. Space dog. There's like drool. Okay, let's give some. We're in space. Hey, I'm making the settings. So I'm assuming her story is going to be in space somewhere. Okay. Now we need, a name. And what is she looking for, or what mystery is she trying to solve? Oh, wait, let's see, look a little bit through her. Let's see, any violet. Oh, like, oh, it's like ultraviolet. That seems very spacey. Yeah, I like violet's cool. Coco. My personal assistant's named Coco. I like Violet. I think Violet. That sounds spacey. Yeah. So we have Violet, the space detective. Maybe the dog is Coco. Coco the space dog. That has a good ring to it. Coco the space dog. Coco the space dog. I like how anything in the space story just has space in front of it. So it's like, oh, she's got space boots and space glasses and space everything. Okay, so yes, what? So now it's like, instead of, since this is sort of a detective story, because normally the question we want to figure out is what do they want? But for her, since she's a detective, it's like, what does she want to know? So it's like we had to figure out what mystery she's trying. So it could be aliens after brains, sort of zombie aliens. That's like some zombie alien stuff. Like, actually, I'm sort of surprised that nobody has done zombie aliens. How come? Are we doing zombie aliens? Are we doing it? Well, I do say we should create what we have never seen before. Maybe she doesn't know they're zombie aliens, but she discovers they're zombie aliens. You just think there's some crazy aliens. Are you got okay? Mr. Who's laughing, so I think that's a good sign. Okay, so oh, she looks so innocent. Like, oh, she. So I'm gonna maybe draw in that she's getting like a transmission. Maybe someone's like sending a distress signal or something, like that she's learning that there's something awry on this planet over here, which looks sort of like Saturn. Maybe it's Saturn. So maybe they're like sending out I'm gonna draw like brains eaten. Like what? So I'll just put like SOS. Brain mystery. I'll figure it. They're just saying out SOS. So I guess she's gonna investigate. Well, I guess it's a mystery because this is a mystery, so we don't know yet. So okay. So this is like my mood board. So here I got all the elements of our story. We have our protagonist, her sidekick, we have a setting, and we have sort of the call to adventure, so to speak. Okay. How much time do I got?
I think 4 minutes. Is that right, ladies?
What was I spending all that time with the dog for? Okay. I'm gonna get serious. Normally in person, this is a lot more collaborative, but we don't have time, so I'm just going to make executive decisions because this is art. Okay, so we're going to start off with, I guess, Violet and Coco, like, in space, like, doing their thing, and then they get, like, the SOS signal. I guess it could be this, yeah, because we want to first just introduce, so maybe we'll start with, like, she's, like, they're, like, behind, okay, so I'm going to draw her and the dog are like buttons. They're like in their ship, like in space. And I don't know, she says something like, "Isn't it a great day to be in space?" I don't know. She says something and he says woof. And then they get like this the emergency signal. It's like SOS from like the control board. She's like, "Oh my." It's like emergency. So this is when I would decide the ending, which I guess, I don't think she's going to solve the mystery in 4 panels. So this is probably just going to be setting up the story because we can't wrap everything up. So I guess she will maybe just like, she'll just get started on the journey. So figure out like zombie aliens, dun, 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 to be continued. Okay. So to get from here to there, first, she needs to decide we're doing this, and then they get there, and then they discover what's going on. So then maybe she's like, "Let's go!" So let's do what's the rocket ship? It looks like a fish, you know. She's like, "Let's go!" Okay. So they're like in motion, and then they like arrive. So maybe they're like on the surface of this planet, and she's got the helmet on. Maybe the spaceship is behind them. Dog is in there too. I guess they meet with. I'm like, I want to have her take the helmet off, but they're on a planet. Okay, maybe I'll have them go into like the space cave. Maybe a space cave where she can take her helmet off. Sure, why not? So she's like, let's go inside. Blah blah blah. Exposition. So like, let's go inside to the space, and there's like mysterious space. So inside, she takes off the helmet. So I just really want her to take the helmet off and reveal the hair. It's like, whoop. Maybe the dog is like, sees something before she does. Like, gulp. She's like, okay, let's see what we're working with here. She's all confident, like, oh, this will be easy peasy. We've got this. Like, this can't be so bad. And then the final panel is like, oh no, it's bad. Like,
and with that, it is 12:15. I think we better let these kids go to lunch.
Okay. Well, okay.
My 7th graders are still here. They've already had lunch. If you want to give us a,
Okay.
zombie.
Finish this last panel.
Okay.
So maybe we see like over the shoulder, maybe her glasses do the classic like pop off because she's so shocked. She's like, what? When the glasses fly off. I always love that. She's like, oh no. And they see, gosh, I hate to think what they would, she's like, someone with that, like, no brain? Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to draw that. Or maybe she sees the zombie, I guess, yeah, alien zombie. So alien, sort of weird alien. It's like drooling. It's like brains. She's like, zombie aliens. And maybe the dog is like, he's like, we don't have got this. To be continued. And now a name. It could just be Violet the Space Detective. I mean, that's kind of a cool name. Lady Space Detective Agency. Space Mysteries. Unsolved Space Mysteries? See, now I'm just riffing off other titles.
Maybe.
Maybe just Space Mystery. All right. Space Mysteries. Part 1. There's a masterpiece.
Very good.
Oh, wait, he's got to say like brains. Space brains. Yeah, space brains. Like you do. Okay, I can kind of see. Oh no. And on that note, thank you for partnering with me on this. And if you are stumped for creating your own characters, you are very welcome to please use Violet, because I think she has a lot of stories to tell. So you're welcome to use any of these characters in your own. Thank you for partnering with me.